Anthony Joshua is pumped for the rematch with Usyk. Says he can beat him with no trainer. Yeah, okay.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. You know what? I clown around on AJ a lot. Not a lot. Do it when need be. But this right here, I assure you, this is not funny. This is not a joke. This is what he said. Boxing scene. Link will be in the description. Eddie Hearn said, Joshua pumped for the rematch. Says he will beat Usyk without a trainer. Boy. Eddie Hearn, promoter of former unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, explains that his boxer is beyond confident in his ability to overcome Alexander Usyk with or without a trainer. Back in September, Usyk outboxed AJ over 12 rounds to capture the IBF, IBO, WBO, WBA world titles in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Usyk, a former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, was the underdog in the contest, but most are tabbing him as the favorite in the rematch. Yep. AJ has an immediate rematch clause, which he exercised. The second meeting is likely going to land on a date in April. During the last few months, Joshua has been testing out various top trainers, and Hearn expects him to make some changes. Since turning pro, AJ has worked with trainer Robert McCracken. He says he will make changes to his training team, but when I sat down with him last Monday about the step aside, he said, I'll beat Usyk. I said, but you haven't started working with your new trainer yet. He said, I'll beat him without a trainer. He's pumped for that fight. And it's a really tough fight, Hearn told the MMA Hour. Usyk, really good. So it's a tough fight for AJ. I just hope that AJ gets credit for the fights that he takes. Oh my God. How many fighters, honestly, would have taken the Usyk fight if they were in Joshua's position? Oh my God. We're going to go right back to this paragraph. He says, how many would have vacated the belt and gone, oh no, we're down another route? He wants this fight. And now he's fighting him straight off the bat. So May time is when we're planning on doing that fight in the UK. April, May. Okay, so here's what we know. Eddie Hearn said, yo, man, AJ, you haven't started working with... Well, that's the article. Here's my opinion. The article's over. We're going to revisit some things. All right. AJ, you haven't started working with your new trainer. Oh, I'll beat him anyway. Eddie, you're good with that? Or are you just pulling our leg? Does he have a trainer already that he's working with? You want to tweak the betting lines? You got to like what you see in the gym, because that right there don't sit well with anybody that's rooting hard for AJ. And I'm being serious. This is not a joke. I think this kid done lost his mind. I'm coming for those belts, boy. That whole rant, the Jeff Ports, the Big Meaches, the Larry Hoovers, all have nothing to do with boxing. He's getting back to his roots. You're cool with that, Eddie? He's gotten back to those roots, learning about those gangsters who are either dead or in jail. Mickey Barnes, dead or in jail. And those roots are supposed to help him beat Alexander Usyk. You just asked him about a trainer. You haven't started working with a new trainer. He just told you off the heels of, I'm coming for those belts, boy, that he'll beat Usyk without a trainer. Now let's go to this last paragraph. So it's a tough fight for AJ. I just hope that AJ gets the credit for fights that he takes. Holy cow. You hope AJ gets credits for the fights that he takes? What about the fights that he didn't take? Uh-oh, where am I going? He goes on to say how many fighters honestly would have taken the Usyk fight if they were in Joshua's position. Can we say Deontay Wilder? That you participated in the nonsense. Remember the rematch clause ran out? Deontay took too long to sign the contract. Had all the haters saying, oh, D ain't signed, he don't want the fight, and he shouldn't take the fight, he got beat too bad. He said, nope. He lost on a Saturday. He said, I wanted to fight that Sunday or something like that. It was fairly close. And everyone called him crazy. But here you are asking how many fighters would have taken the Usyk fight if they were in AJ's position. You remember the step aside money that D was supposed to take? Remember that? These are guys trying to rewrite history and act like certain things ain't happened. These are the type of things I'm talking about. Now, a casual will read this and say, oh, you know, that's true. That's true. Big ups to AJ. He lost pretty bad. But he's got back in the saddle, yeah? Yeah. D got manhandled in the rematch, right? But did he not have to chase Tyson Fury for goddamn a year? Fury, Arum, Lion, and Eddie Hearn. Lion, talking about the fights happening in Dubai. I have an Asian person who's going to foot the bill for the whole fight. He's fighting AJ in Dubai. Do y'all remember that? It was legitimately just yesterday for me. I did 1 billion videos of it. Everybody talked about it. Some people believed AJ's nonsense, and they believed Eddie Hearn, and they believed Bob Arum, and they believed Tyson Fury's nonsense. They all lied to you for a year. And all we kept saying was arbitration. So Deontay Wilder had to go through all of those hoops just to get his third fight. Mind you, they already signed the contract. This was etched in stone. All they asked him is, okay, you have a rematch clause. You want to exercise it? And he said yes. And they called him crazy. And then lied about contracts not being signed. Did y'all forget this? But now here we are with AJ on here talking about, I'm coming for those belts, boy. And now he told AJ to his face, he told Hearn to his face, I don't need a trainer to beat Usyk. Yeah, you don't need a trainer. You need a football helmet. You need body armor. You need a gun. You need shin pads. A guard dog. And Jesus Christ himself to beat Usyk. Because you know what, AJ? You lost pretty convincingly to me. And unless you're capping here just to get us to do videos when you really have been hitting the ground running this whole time and you really secretly have a trainer and been hitting the gym, unless this is all cap, no one sees you winning this fight. It's not like Usyk got a gift. He almost knocked you out, man. Bust your face up, had you wincing in the corner at the end of the fight. Everyone was like, what the hell? You leaving the ring, AJ no good. Got right under Eddie Hearn's skin. What you say? You shit yourself now, yeah? It all comes out in the wash. But you read this last paragraph and you get a casual that don't know any better who say, yeah, kudos to AJ for taking this fight. So what? Stop acting like we got to give him credit. Look, I just hope that AJ gets credit for fights that he takes. That right there. Eddie Hearn is not confident he beats Usyk. I'll read it to you again. He said, so it's a tough fight for AJ. I just hope that AJ gets credit for fights that he takes. He didn't say, I hope he gets full credit after he wins. Now he's talking about for the fights that he takes. He's not confident. So if AJ loses to Usyk, what's next for him? A Wilder fight? Who? Daniel Dubois? Joe Joyce? Joseph Parker rematch? Who? F.A. Jagba? Who? – . . . . . . – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – Where y'all at with this? I'm just stating the facts. I'm not lying about the Deontay Wilder situation. And I'm reading this article. I don't know. AJ fans, I'm not talking bad. Are y'all confident with this? Read it for yourself. Link will be in the description. But I sat down with him last Monday about the step aside. He said, I'll beat Usyk. I said, but you haven't started working with your new trainer yet. He said, I'll beat him without a trainer. Wow. Wow. Do you trust Anthony Joshua's judgment right now?
Because I'm coming for them belts, boy.
I'm coming for those belts, boy.
Because I'm coming for them belts, boy.
I'm coming for those belts, boy.
Because I'm coming for them belts, boy.
You know what? Get this kid some help. I don't trust it, man. I don't. I'm joking, but I'm not. Seriously. Will he beat Usyk? Yet to be seen. But I don't think so. No new trainer. Has he learned new tricks? Hopefully, for the AJ fans, y'all better hope this is Cap. Y'all better hope he comes in looking totally different. Rocky 3 different. Gets blown out by Clubber Lang and then comes back on his toes and stops Clubber. We need to see an AJ performance like that. The difference is he's the bigger man. And if he comes in with new adjustments, I'm pretty sure Alexander Usyk is a smart enough boxer, has a high enough IQ to adjust to his adjustments. And what is he going to do? Because in that first fight, he's proven that he cannot think outside the box. He fights one way. But it's boxing. We got to see it to believe it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.